Okay, let me just say it. Romance is dead. Romance has been dead for years. And the thing is, romance has been dead because people are too selfish to go above and beyond for another person. Like they see inconvenience and they look for the next person. You know, I feel like I have like a very traditional mindset. My parents are married, right? My parents have been together since my mom was 18. So that's a long time, right? Um and it's just been the one man in her life. And the thing is, I obviously can't speak to like a testament of their whole entire relationship because obviously I wasn't alive for most of it. But I can say that they go above and beyond for each other. They still stick around even though things got a little tough. And I'm realizing like the more as I date and meet men, and I feel like it is a male problem. And it's why I'm starting to realize like I think I get along better with women and I feel like it'll work out better with a woman that versus a man. But um it's like they, as soon as something doesn't go right, they're on to the next. And it's because we live in such like a low gratification society. Like there's not a lot of gratification that you get for like waiting, but there's always like a new stimulus or something new to get into, like TikTok. Like people treat dating like TikTok. If you're not engaged, you just carry on scrolling to the next thing. And it's just like long-term relationships aren't built that way. They aren't. Because okay, I have some really, and this is what I'm saying, I have some really long lasting relationships in my life. Like I have friends that I've been friends with for almost 10 years now. And the thing is, I'm friends with them because when it got awkward or it just got like sticky, I stuck around. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just say, oh, time to go find a new friend. But I'm also like a person that's like, I can talk through anything, I can understand anything, I can perceive a situation outside of my own personal like feelings and emotions. I can even just, for the benefit of the doubt, I can even just like, just say, okay, yeah, I'm done. You can have whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of person. Like, I am conflict resolution and I am also whatever's in your best interest, I'm here for. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just like the two things that I am. I have a llama's ass in my face. This is Lamar. This is the only man that has actually stuck around. He's a stuffed animal and he's an inanimate object. He's an inanimate object. I feel like that's the key. I feel like I need to date an inanimate object. When them Tesla robots come out, you're gonna know exactly what I'm doing because I'm dating a Tesla robot. So yeah, I'm just talking on the concept of like romance being dead because it's like I had this fling last year. And I can talk on like other situations, but this fling is just recently like we're having a little turmoil. I had this fling last year and it, although it did start in a very ratchet circumstance, the way we brought it back from the trip and it like evolved because again he was close, da 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 da, but then we have had this like other evolution in our relationship where I am in Birmingham, he's in London. There's a lot of distance between us. And this is what I mean by romance is dead, longing is dead. Because I'm guilty of it too. Like, as soon as he went to a different country, I was popping it on somebody else. Like, but the thing is, long distance isn't an issue for me. Of course, for like interacting with someone, and I'm big on physical touch and stuff like that, like, and quality time. I feel like those are my like main two: physical touch, quality time. um I think those are important to me. That's like the bad thing for me. But obviously I can, because I have a certain level of maturity towards a situation and understanding the perspective that we're 23, we're young, like, it's not support the finances, the economy, all of that. But it's not gonna excuse the fact that I still went out of my way for a guy and didn't see any reciprocation. And it's not even like I done it one time, I done it multiple times and I didn't see no reciprocation. And this is what I mean by like romance is dead. People like instant gratification. Like, you need to give them that relationship straight away. Give them that ring straight away. Because if you don't, they're going to go somewhere else and get it. And yes, that's a testament, because I've been in said situation where someone's not giving me what I wanted. So I went somewhere else and got it. It's something that we've all done. Like, it's not a shameful thing. But it's just the fact that in this particular situation, the romance that we did have didn't extend past your lifestyle that you're currently living. So I begin to question, was it ever romance? Because I've seen my parents stick together since the day I was born. That's just my experience of romance. Yeah, they may have their ups and downs. They may argue. They may but at the end of the day, like, they sleep in that same bed. They married. They locked in. And that's just my role model and perception of romance and love and marriage. And that's what I have in my head. A lot of people don't have that same exact thing in their head, so they can't provide that to somebody else. But me personally, it's more about the willingness to get back up and try again. Like, it's a mentality that I've seen in a lot of men. Like, when it gets hard, like when a situation gets hard or like life gets hard, let's just drop everything that's going on here and let's change direction and do something else. And I'm saying that from the perspective of somebody that has had like a ex prior to that do the same thing. Like, talking on my business, let me just talk on my business. Like, my ex thought the grass was greener. It's been 4 years. I haven't given him no sex and he's still on my line. So was the grass ever really greener? Is there romance anywhere else? Because none of you are in stable relationships. Which is why, like, when somebody excites me, or like when somebody starts selling me dreams, I have to sit and reevaluate. I have to say, whoa, calm down. Like, I'm even talking to somebody now who was asking me, like, what would I want from a relationship and this, that, and the third. And I said, I don't know what I would want from a relationship. I need to see how you are as a person first. And it's just like, I can't define because I can't generalize what I want from a relationship. I have to generalize what I want from a specific person. And the specific people that I tend to like attract or date or be around, it's like they are ready and willing to put me in a relationship, but they aren't ready and willing to consider that relationship for the rest of their lives. Because that's what I'm saying. With me, I don't really date for the intention of marriage, because it's just marriage, you know what I'm saying? It's just a ring. But like, I date for the intention of like, we're locked in. Like, we go together. Like, we have to like figure stuff out together now. And I'm 23. So I'm 23, and because I am so hyper independent, and I've been learning that because I'm so hyper independent, I don't know how to ask for things or like, all of that. Because I am so hyper independent, I know that I don't need the relationship. So when somebody comes to me, I'm expecting them to pour into me. And you need to show me. Because I know I can pour into anybody. But you need to show me how you're going to do that for me. Because you have this perception of me in your mind. You like the idea of me, but you're not living in the real life of the situation. And the real life of the situation is that, yes, we want romance. Yes, we want that desirable relationship. But are you willing to put in all these other all these other things like finances and like time and like being able to talk things through? Like, are you willing to put all that in to me? Or do you just like the idea of me on your arm? Because I feel like that's the problem here. The problem here is because I feel like I present like this all the time. Like, even though like I have my moments where like I'm lit and I'm screaming and bouncing off the walls, I present like this all the time. So it's just like, you see what I have, you see the vibe that we have, and like you see me as a romantic interest, but are you really adult enough to put the romantic time, money, and effort into me? Because I feel like that's where the disconnect is happening here with romance. People think romance is just an aesthetic. Romance isn't an aesthetic. It's like a lifestyle you choose. Like, I romanticize my own personal life. So for me to be in a romantic relationship, you have to romanticize all parts of me. I have to romanticize all parts of you. Positive, negative, good, bad, all of that. It has to be romanticized for it to be a romantic relationship. Yeah, I'm going broke coming to see you, but at least I'm coming to see you, baby. That's energy. That's energy. And a lot of men nowadays don't have that kind of energy, which is why I'm thinking it's time to start pouring that energy into a woman, because men are too, you have to keep them entertained. You have to keep them entertained, and you have to like keep up with whatever's going on. Like, I don't have the time to be keeping someone entertained because I'm an adult. I have responsibilities. B, I don't care enough to put the time into something where another person isn't ready or willing enough to put like the time into me. Like, that's just the case. It's never been, I feel like it's transactional. And at the end of the day, for me personally, I can do all those transactions. I can pour into another person, but when the roles get reversed, can that other person do it for me? And I've been finding in my life that nobody is man enough to do that. Like, nobody is psychologically prepared enough to do that. Because in multiple situations that I'm not going to name, times have got hard, and people's response to times being hard is, I'm gonna just get rid of you. Me being the person they're getting rid of, by the way. So because that is like my reality and what I experience, I wouldn't say like I let it affect me, but I pay attention to it, because it's letting me know where you're at. I've always had to present as older and more mature than I actually am. But I feel like I'm finally understanding how I present and how I am more mature, because men my age and people my age, they aren't on the same things as me. They aren't thinking about forever. They aren't thinking about the next 6 months. And yes, I'm not the best at thinking about that, and I can be like self-aware enough to understand that, but at least with like another person, I know when I like somebody, and I know when I'm ready to give my all, and I'm just prepared for the person that's actually going to give me that. Because whether or not he's older or younger, male or female, I just know that I'm keeping my energy on tuck, because romance is dead. Romance is dead. Nobody's gonna stand outside your window with a boombox. We all grew up listening to Nelly and Kelly talking about cheating on their boo and how they would rather be with somebody else. So, and again, I'm just a giant pessimist. I just think I'm realistic here. I think I behave from like a realistic standpoint, and I see what times we're living in and I act accordingly. So, with that being said, like, romance is dead, and I'm not dying in any emotionally or physically draining situation fighting for love that didn't exist in the first place, because if it did, 9 months later we wouldn't be here. If you really loved me, you would have felt the exact same way about me, and that wouldn't change, regardless if it's been 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, a year. Like, if you love me, those feelings won't change. If you love me, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to be with me, you're gonna stand on those feelings, regardless of if it rains today, regardless of if your phone broke, regardless if you just got fired from your job. I feel like that's that unconditional shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, everything's conditional. Everything's conditional. Today it's sunny outside, so I'm gonna have a good day. No, it's cloudy as fuck outside, and I'm still gonna have a good day. Like, why is everybody so conditional nowadays? And the thing is, love shouldn't be conditional. Love should never be conditional. Romance shouldn't be conditional. Like, you should just do it because you feel a certain way. You feel inspired. You feel like you want to give this to another person. It shouldn't be dependent on, oh, I'm living here, I spend X amount of money doing this, which is a factor and which is why survival mode is killing people. But it's like, at the end of the day, if I find myself in a situation with anybody who feels the need to second guess giving me love, I'm with the wrong person. And you know what? It's my mistake and my bad. And I should have never thought you were on my level. I should have just sat my stupid ass down. Which I did, which I do. I don't think I've ever stood on business for love. Sorry. I've always kind of like sat down and watched with my little theater goggles on, you know, seeing what would actually happen here. And so far, nothing's happened. You are all disappointing. And it just, I wouldn't say like it's making me into more of a villain, because obviously like people I'm chatting to like, no, I'm not a villain, but it's making me only want to be in these situations for financial gain. I will be in a love situation just for the sake of love, just for the sake of presence, just for the sake of energy, just for the sake of like how we vibe together. I will be there. But now it's making me second guess. And I'm thinking, I need reparations. I need to get my lick back ahead of time. Like, it's making me toxic. And the thing is, it's making me toxic because why should I walk into a relationship thinking, yeah, this person's gonna fuck me up? I don't think I've ever walked into any relationship in my life with 100% positive intentions that this isn't gonna blow up in my face, because it always does. Because everybody nowadays is flaky and selfish. Nobody cares about community no more. Nobody cares about finding their one. It's just an Instagram trope. We repost ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, but do we talk about what it takes to be in said relationship? And what that means for the both of them? No, we just focus on, oh my God, that's a cute relationship. Look at their kids. We've never actually taken the time to say, yo, what does it take to be in a relationship? What does that actually mean? Or do you just want the aesthetic? Do you just want the dates? Do you just want the fun? Do you like, because I was even told the other day, comfort and familiarity isn't like a valid reason to be in a relationship. What? What else? This is sick. This is sick. So it's just like, I feel like we are in an era of making a problem out of everything. One. Two, we're in an era where love is conditional. Three, yeah, nobody knows how to stick around. Again, because that love is conditional. Four, everybody is selfish. Five, people want instant gratification from dating. I have been seeing this guy. Well, not seeing this guy. I've known this guy for 9 months, right? On the 9th month, you're now acting like a brand new person. Am I surprised? No. And before I finish this, before anyone thinks I'm bitter, I wish nothing but them racks on me. And when I get collected by that baller and that shot caller, and he spends them bands on me, I'm gonna make sure to post that fucking wedding ring so all my old hoes can see it. Cause y'all losing out. If anybody's losing out, it's you hoes.